This video is brought to you by my two books, Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist and The Blues Guitar Bible. Want to learn about modes, harmony, scales, chord substitution and keys? Or maybe you're interested in supercharging your blues guitar rhythm and lead chops. Whatever you're interested in, I guarantee you will be hitting the fast lane to progress with either of these works. Both feature video demonstrations and tutorials, loads of tabs and jam tracks to play along with, and I promise you, everything is explained in crystal clear plain English. Check out the links in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. This isn't the video I was planning to make for today. I had another one scheduled to do, but basically that video it's going to be a review of the that ridiculously cheap Gear for Music HSS Strat copy kind of thing. You know the one? You've probably seen it. There's been a lot of chatter about it. HSS pickups, Wilkinson pickups no less, and an ash body and 22 stainless steel frets. How much does all this cost? Well, it's on sale at the moment, as at the time I'm recording this video, for $79.99. I do love a stainless steel fret, or preferably 22 of them, so I had to pull the trigger on one of those. Budget Guitar Show, he's done a review of this already, so I'll link to that down in the description, and you can go and check his video out on it. But yeah, an 80 quid guitar with an ash body, Wilkinson pickups and stainless steel frets, it's got to get you curious, hasn't it? And, you know, I just... because I do have that sort of liking for those kind of frets, it just got me thinking a little bit about you know, these things that we like and these things that we don't like and the things that we don't really care about. And I'm going to blether on a little bit more about that kind of thing right after this next piece of music, which is basically me playing the three guitars that I regard as my daily drivers. And one thing that they all have in common is stainless steel frets. Here it is. And as always, a little bit of housekeeping. There's a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and the jam track I was using as well. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. $3 or about £3 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And a massive, heartfelt, humongous thank you to everybody who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. Guitar tones there. Well, you know what I'm going to say now, don't you, for your long-time viewer of this channel? Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition. That was the crunchy power chord stuff. The clean stuff was the clean channel. I'm using that more and more these days. I do like it as a little bit of a change from just kind of cleaning up a crunchy sound with the guitar's volume control. I still prefer that way of doing it though, if I'm honest. And then the shouty high gain stuff, classic channel with the foot switchable boost. Those were the settings, and that's what I was doing. Yeah, so all three of those guitars, let's kind of show them individually here. The Les Paul Tribute here. This has been to Agrajag Guitars in Middlesbrough for a refret with stainless steel wire, and of course they also mounted this beautiful NYPD challenge coin that was a very generous gift from Grandpa Joe, long-time viewer and friend of this channel. And out of all three guitars, this is the one that pretty much is my go-to these days. But when I want kind of anything that when I want a little bit of an 80s kind of sounding Strat tone, funnily enough, it's this guitar that I reach for. The PRS SECE 2024 rather, bolt-on neck PRS, and you know, lovely looking guitar. It's a very pretty guitar. I often think that the SE PRSs, you know, there's just some kind of look about the maple veneer on them that just doesn't look as pretty as the core PRSs. But I just scored a lucky one with this. I think it's until you start looking closely here, where you can see it's not like a full deep maple cap. You know, you could look at that and think it was, you know, from the USA factory. I certainly could anyway. Really love the feel of this guitar. And once again, it's been to Agrajag for the stainless steel refret. And the first guitar that went in that direction for that kind of treatment was this one here. Jet JT350. It was the second Jet guitar that I owned. I owned like one of the I think it was the JS300, like about 150 quid Strat copy before this, and I was really impressed with it. And you know, just like the feel of the neck, and I thought I'd love that neck on a Telecaster, so I got this. And if anything, the neck on this one is even more gorgeous than my memories of the GS300. It's just beautifully rolled fretboard edges. Jet don't talk about this on their website, but you know, it's you know how Sire with those Larry Carlton guitars make a big selling point of the rolled fretboard edges. This is in that sort of Sire territory for the fretboard. It's an almost addictive, gorgeous neck to play on. It really is. And again, it's, as I say, it went through to Agrajag in Middlesbrough to get the stainless steel frets, and I couldn't resist dropping a Hot Rails humbucker in the back end. And I described this in a video, oh, was it a year ago probably, as my Holy Grail guitar, because it will do with judicious tweaking of the tone control. It'll do the Les Paul thing pretty convincingly. And you know, it's you clean it up a bit and you've still got that sort of Telecaster spank. And as you no doubt noticed in that little demo there, I've got the sort of Peter Green out of phase sound in the middle position, which is very pleasing to me. I do like having that just as an option now and again for certain things. And yeah, so these three guitars are, you know, my daily drivers, and apart from the stainless steel frets, they don't have, and the fact that, you know, they're both, including this one now, twin humbucker guitars, they don't have a lot else in common. You know, 25.5-inch scale length and 25-inch scale length and 24 and 3/4 inch scale length. So scale length obviously isn't a massive thing for me. I'll tell you what else isn't either when it comes to Les Pauls. People go on at some length about, 50s wiring. Oh, you've got to have 50s wiring on a Les Paul. This doesn't have 50s wiring as far as I'm aware. I've had 2 Les Pauls in here that have had that much vaunted 50s wiring, and they were both those, those Epiphone 59 Les Pauls, not the newer ones with the sort of Gibson open book headstock, but the ones that came out a few years ago. Beautiful guitars. I just couldn't quite get on with the finish on the necks on them though, so maybe that's something that does matter to me. But the point I'm making here about the 50s wiring is I couldn't really tell any difference between the way the volume and tone controls, which I use a lot. I couldn't tell any difference between the way the volume and tone controls responded on this guitar, which doesn't have 50s wiring, and those Epiphones, which did. It just wasn't a thing for me, but I know it's a big thing for other people. Likewise, some people don't give a monkeys about what's going on in terms of the finish on the neck. I do prefer a satin neck, it has to be said, but those Epiphones had a really weirdly plasticky feeling satin neck, which wasn't to my liking. It wouldn't have been a deal breaker, but it wouldn't be something I would choose. Scale length obviously doesn't matter to me, because we've got 3 main guitars here that have different scale lengths. Fretboard radius, we've got 12 inch with this one, we've got 10 inch with this one, and we've got 9.5 inch radius with this one. So once again, that appears to be not something that causes me a lot of grief. I used to really think that I couldn't get on with the vintage Fender 7.25 inch fretboard radius, but then I had like some special edition, anniversary Telecaster. I think it was the 60th anniversary Telecaster that was very generously loaned to me to do a couple of videos with. That was in last year, and that had that vintage fretboard radius, and I didn't notice until I was looking up the specs for the guitar to make the video content for it. I couldn't tell. So hence the title of this video. I don't know much. I can't tell the difference between 50s wiring. The neck, the fretboard radius doesn't present itself to me as being something that's, this doesn't feel right if it's not the right one. I know my pal Steve Cassidy, he has a love for 9.5 inch fretboard radius, and you can't quite get on with anything that isn't that. That little Gear for Music guitar, that one that I was going to be making the video about today, that's got a 16 inch fretboard radius. I don't think I've ever played on a 16 inch radius before, so let's see if something as extreme and flat as that is going to announce itself as something noticeable to me. I can't tell, but my initial suspicion is that it won't kind of occur to me to feel anything different. So yeah, I don't know much, but I know what I like. I like twin humbuckers. I like minimum of 22 frets. I don't know why 21 fret necks bother me, but they do. How often do you see me kind of dallying around up at the dusty end of the neck? It's not territory that I regularly go to, but it's nice to know that there is a 22nd fret if I need it. And I just feel, I don't know, a 21 fret neck just makes me feel a little bit more cramped. I mean, having said that Squire Classic vibe on the back wall there, that's got a 21 fret neck, but I accept that for what it is. It's a vintage spec'd, kind of homage to a 50s guitar, rather than being something that I'm going to use as my daily driver. So I like 22 frets minimum. I like them to be made of stainless steel. I don't care about the fretboard radius. I don't care about the neck profile. I don't even really care about the weight, if I'm honest with you, because I do most of my playing sat down these days, being old and decrepit like I am. So, the weight of it on a strap isn't something that's going to cause me any sleepless nights. There are, as I say, all of these things that bother some people, don't bother other people, things that you love that might not even be on someone else's radar, things that you can't get on with at all that other people just find unnoticeable. Let me know what they are down in the comments. I'd be interested to hear your take on this. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but that Gear for Music guitar is in metallic pink. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get on with that. But then again, some people, you know, the colour of the guitar is like 50s wiring is for me. It's just not relevant. Anyway, I'm starting to blether now, so I'll wrap it up there. Any thoughts on this topic that I've been kind of mashing on about today, then put them down in the comments, and I'll be interested to know what your perspective on this is. But that's it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it entertaining, if maybe a little confusing, listening to a middle-aged bald man kind of blethering about guitars. But if you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, please. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. Beer and chat on a Friday, that's all it is. It's a great way to kick off the weekend though, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.